Am I watching John David Washington getting older? Or Denzel Washington getting younger? Checked out Tenet. Hi, my name is Christopher Mychael Watson, and welcome to Check It, where I give you my thoughts and ideas on things I've recently checked out. And today we are talking about the new Christopher Nolan film, Tenet. Now, before we begin, I will say I'm going to try my best not to give any spoilers, but I will be discussing certain elements of the film. So if you want to head into Tenet knowing as little as possible, this is your chance to go watch one of my other videos. Tenet is the newest film from one of today's arguably most recognizable and visionary directors, Christopher Nolan, the writer and director of such series as the Batman trilogy. He also wrote and directed Interstellar, Inception, a lot of, you know, a Christopher Nolan film. You know his films. And Tenet is about a protagonist who is literally called the protagonist, played by John David Washington, who is a CIA agent who, once he is involved on a special mission, which I guess he's always been involved in, he is launched into a world of objects and people whose entropy is inverted and moving through our forward time. So, if you understood that, I guess I spoiled a huge plot point for you. And the thing that really got me, the thing that honestly I was like, come on now. In the film, Christopher Nolan basically tells you, look, I know this doesn't make sense. In the very beginning of the film, there is a scientist whose entire point is to explain to the protagonist and thereby the audience what the rules of the world are. We are in a world where objects and people, their time can be run backwards, and the rest of the world's going forward, but they're going backwards. And so she's explaining this to John David Washington, and as he's continuing to press her because it doesn't make sense, she literally goes at one point, don't try to understand it, just feel it. And this to me is literally what Christopher Nolan, I think, is telling the audience. He's like, look, I didn't flesh this all the way out. Time travel isn't real. It's a film. Just go with it. And to that point, I get it. It's a film. It's not literal rocket science. I'm not asking him to explain time travel to me, but don't make the story so convoluted with all of this science jargon and then expect me to just feel my way through the film. Bro, not through 2.5 hours. I'm not feeling my way through 2.5 hours, dog. And visually, the film is beautiful, and that's almost what it feels like happened. It feels like Christopher Nolan had these wonderful visual ideas in his head and wanted to get them on screen, but didn't quite have the story fleshed out to make it make sense. It feels like a bunch of hijacking heist scenes that are amazing and wonderful to watch, but in between them are jammed like dialogue scenes of just scientific jargon trying to explain what it is you're visually seeing on the screen. At a certain point, it's like, bro, I honestly don't care. If you would stop explaining it to me, I promise you I would just get on board with dust flying backwards. It looks really cool. One part of this film that I felt was missing that I think Christopher Nolan actually is usually pretty good about is the heart of the film. On top of the story being so convoluted, not really understanding the rules of the world, I didn't really care about these characters, bro. Like, except that these actors were so charismatic, they made me care. The story did not plop enough, just enough information about these people to make me care about them as individuals. But let me tell you who is in this thing, acting up a storm. Your boy, our boy, Kenneth Branagh, Mr. Hamlet himself, Kenneth Branagh, who to me has just been holding up the mantle of acting. You know what I'm saying? Ever since Laurence Olivier, I feel like Kenneth Branagh just wanted to take up that mantle, man. And so Kenneth Branagh is effectively the bad guy in this, and he is killing it, dog. Like, he is an effective bad guy. I really enjoyed his performance in this film. Now, I will say upon second watch, it was a bit more enjoyable. I had a lot more moments of, okay, and I see what that was about now. But then it was like, so my first watch was really just like a prep watch to get to the second watch. And this is with me going on the internet trying to understand what other people thought had happened. And it helped me wrap my mind around it a little more, but you really have to watch this twice, and the second time isn't worth the enjoyment that you get out of it, really, to me. We have now come to the portion of the show entitled Hate It and Love It. I'll tell you why you'll hate it and why you'll love it. You'll hate it because the story makes no sense, bruh. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. There's a convoluted story. There are unclear rules in the world, and the characters basically tell you to just feel it. And I didn't. Now, why you'll love it? You'll love it because it's a Christopher Nolan film, man. He isn't a bad filmmaker. I think honestly, a lot of this just it might have been built up from a lot of hype. It might have been a letdown for me of a lot of hype, and not from other people hyping it up, but from me being a true Christopher Nolan fan and knowing how good his work is and how amazing his films are and how hard films are to make. And I'm telling you, just watching it, you will be amazed. You will be amazed to the point where you're like, you know what? I didn't understand that film, but I saw it and I remember seeing it. So now the real reason we're here. Now is the big question. Now I determine whether or not this deserves my suggestion. This deserves my stamp. Does it deserve to have my name of Check It on it? And you know what? I'm going to say check it. I'm going to say check it, dog. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. But I watched it twice. Check it. Hey, thanks for checking out the show. You can follow me on Twitter at CMichaelW and on Instagram at Christopher Mychael Watson. I Twitch over on Twitch on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So check me out over there and join my Discord. We have a lot of fun. Thanks for watching the show. Take it easy.